Welcome to our new home. A very quiet, secluded bay with the Sea Gypsies living over on the right of us.
Yeah, no one around. But we were on the other side of the island, but recently some boats came across from mainland with a load of tourists onto our beach. So, and then there was a presence of police, so we decided to move. Hopefully now we're in this quiet spot, no one's going to bother us. We've got everything we need. We can get fish from the sea. We can actually get fish from the Sea Gypsies just over there.
And our drinking water, well, Chris will show you how he gets our water from the sea.
Okay, we're going to show you how we evaporate seawater to get drinking water. You need a couple of plastic bottles, which are everywhere washed up around here. So basically, big bottle, need to keep the lid on. We're going to cut the bottom off. As so. Then we get a smaller bottle, which we're going to cut the top off. So we have that. So then with the big bottle, see, we've cut the bottom off. We're going to fold it in on itself. Yeah, like so. So you've got like a little inner part of the bottle, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Then with the small bottle, we fill it with seawater. We insert that into there, like so. And then basically all we do is we put it in the sand, leave it for the day. And what it happens is the sun heats the water. Evaporation takes place, so the seawater evaporates, leaving the salt behind. The water droplets all stick to the bottle, and then at the end of the day, when it cools down, you just come over, give it a tap all the way around, and the water will then fall into the folded part of the outer bottle. So there you go, we just stand it up in the sand in direct sunlight and leave it for the rest of the day, along with about another 50 bottles. So I've tapped all the water droplets that are formed on the inside of the bottle. We take this away. Remove the smaller bottle, and as you can see, you've got about 1.5 inches of fresh drinking water. Not quite enough for a day, so we do about 50 of these, and there you have it. So we get fresh water from two places on this island. The first one, as you might have seen, we evaporate seawater. But the second place is here, this place. And we're up in the We're up in what you can call the mountains on this island, if you look around us. This is a well, this is a freshwater well that's been made by the Sea Gypsies, and they're kindly letting us use it, so come and have a look. There we go. So what we do is they've got all these buckets here with ropes on. So we just drop the bucket in, like so. I'm not an expert at this. Basically, there we have some fresh water. Take the water, we pour it in all the bottles that we've got, and we take it back to where we're camped on the beach. This is something else we use. We fill this, again it's just a plastic bottle, which is Gabriella's shower.
So this is where I stand in my shower area, normally with no shoes on. And
and it's nice and cold as well, believe it or not. Caught any fish? It's actually high tide at the moment. We're just heading back to our little home with a rucksack full of water. So it's pretty heavy. It's actually easy to do this at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon because it's low tide, so we can just walk literally on the sand, but gives us something to do in the mornings. It's actually better to do it this time of day though, because it's cooler early in the morning. Just ahead of us there is the Sea Gypsy village. There's actually not many living here at the moment, just a few families, because the others are on the other side of the island. So here's the Sea Gypsy village. So this is what they do with the plastic bottles that they find. They make these mesh fishing nets, baskets, and they use plastic bottles to float them. Here we have more fishing baskets, which they cover in leaves so the fish can't see them very easily.
this is the way to the beach. We have to climb up using this rope up and over the other side.
And here we are, back home.
Welcome to our new location, our new home.
Let me give you a guided tour.
Come on in.
So we've recently moved location again, so this is our new home. Just camped in this little cave. This is the kitchen. This is the cook and the cleaner.
I'm making myself a sweeping brush. Oh, I don't know if it's going to be a table decoration yet. One or the other.
It's handy on the beach because you just find driftwood everywhere, so just getting the fire ready for the chef to cook some fish. We just need to go and get the fish now. This is the fishing rod, you can see. It doubles up as a spear, so we can go spear fishing. But we have some fishing line and a hook on the end, so basically we just swim along the surface and drop a hook about 3 meters long, deep I should say. And then we have the crab catcher Gabriella, and I'll show you what she uses.
I found this on the beach. So when the tide's gone out, all the crabs live under these, inside these rocks. So it's good. So I just put it in, trap my crab, and scrape it out, and I put it into my bucket or my bag. But I don't actually do it here. I do it round there on the water side.
And then we just put them in a pan of boiling water and boil them for 10 to 15 minutes. That's another little video clip we'll be showing you soon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again.
I don't think Gabriella's cut out for life on the ocean. You wouldn't think she used to work on a cruise ship, would you? It's a little bit choppy today in this little boat. But you've got to catch your food yourself, you see, so this is what you have to do. All them years on a cruise ship, you should be used to this by now. So to keep the fish fresh, to keep them alive in this little bucket. Okay. Fish. 8. Here we have 8 fish. This is our fishing device, which is just a piece of bamboo, plastic bottle so it floats on top, and we just have a hook. I've not cut them all at once, we just catch one. Just basically just dangles down a couple of metres the line, and we just pull the fish out. So this just took about 1 hour to catch. But that's our lunch, so we shall now gut them and cook them in our little cave. Not the biggest, but there's plenty there for 2 of us. So before we cook them on the fire, we're gonna gut them. So for those of you that have never gutted a fish before, I'll show you how I do it anyway. All you need is a sharp knife and a little pair of scissors comes in handy as well. So here goes. Remove the fins. Take out the gills. Cut belly open. Just with your fingers. Just remove the innards. And there we have it, there's lunch. 8 little fish, all prepared, ready for the campfire. We just use all the driftwood off the beach for the fires, and it's so warm here, it's all dry within hours of it being washed up, so making fires is really easy. Bamboo is especially good because it's easy to break and it's always really dry, so it burns really fast just to get the fire going. So we don't have to make a big fire because it's just for about 8 little fish. We don't want to waste all our wood. So we dig a little hole in the sand, like I said, because the sand actually keeps the fire, retains more heat. But we dig a couple of channels, just there and over there, which allows the air to come in and come out the other side. So it gets the fire really hot. Because the idea is to burn the wood as fast as we can. So we've just got some hot charcoals for cooking the fish. Just same as you do a barbecue at home. So the fire is more or less ready, as you can see. The flames are almost gone, so nice white charcoal. Will soon be ready to cook the fish. Or should I say, Gabriella will soon be ready to cook the fish. We use this as like the grill, which is from our cooking stove, just so we can light the fish on it. So now that the fish are all gutted and clean, I'm going to turn them over to the chef, Gabriella, and here she is.
Just have to be careful because it's pretty hot. Woo!
Yeah, it's just we just use our little metal thing to elevate. It's from our camp stove, and we just use it with rocks around it, and that's the easiest way to cook fish. Just leave them for about 5 minutes and turn them over. How's the fish going?
The fish is doing really well.
Good.
Looking nice and crispy, just how I like it. We'll be serving a fresh lime with the fish this evening, picked fresh from the trees around us. Try not to chop my fingers off. Dinner is served. It's very hot, but they look lovely. Nice and crispy. Woo, 3 each. Oh no, it's more than that.
Who gets the big one?
They're yours, because you did the catch, you caught them. On the tail. Yeehaw! Voila! Crispy fish and lime. Now for freshly squeezed lime. They're gonna be delicious. Seriously delicious. Whoop. Proud of myself there. Nice white meat. Just got the bone out, and that's all fresh white meat or fish. Lovely. It tastes really good. Really good.
Oh.
Okay. Được rồi đây.
Shared out between the Sea Gypsies before we get chopped up, which is safe shortly. The sailfish is about to be butchered. Ready for tonight's tea, Brazil?
ไม่ออกหรอไม่ออกหรอเบ็ดไม่ออกเบ็ดไม่ดี
อันนี้แหละอันนี้คุมไว้นี่
ไม่ออก
I love how they sharpen it on a step.
นี่นกกูดแค่ผ้าตัดนะแม่ซึ่งเสี้ยว
That's hard.
โอ้มันเคยสั่งหัวมันอ่ะอร่อยไงมันง่ายกันแล้วเนาะตรงนี้เป็นอะไรอ่ะหัวมันอะไรนะเป็นข้าวอุ่นจังทำไมเราทำบอมกลางไว้เนาะเดี๋ยวยังจำชิ้น
ทำได้เกี่ยว
ตาดูให้แม่ดู
เดี๋ยวมันใจต้องให้มาเดียว
จริงเหรอ
รอกันเลยรอตอนนี้เลยป่ะนัวไม่แกไม่จะเอามันไม่เอาเผื่อยังตรงนี้
มันย่าง
เอามานี่ตัวเดียวทำชิ้นนี่มาเอานั่น
เอามันตัดไม่เอาเบอร์พี่เนาะ
ได้ไม่ตัดเองใส่ยัดแล้วท่านกินแล้วเนาะให้มันไปคล้ายเลยนี่ต้องต่อยมาได้ให้มันแบบนี้นั่นให้สุรขอโอ้มันเดี๋ยวไม่ได้ปลาหนุ่ยมัน
ตรงนี้แล้วได้เทคลาไปกี่ตัว
เอาได้ในเป๊กๆอ่ะ
ขายไหมขายไหนล่ะ
ไม่ได้
ขายไหนล่ะ
There's only technique to it really.
Looks like a piece of tuna.
อันนี้เราเดี๋ยวคนยัง
นักได้ไหนอ่ะนี่
เอาส่วนนี้นักเอา
นักได้ไหนนั่น
นั่นในบางอย่างไอ้มันบางคน
อย่ามันว่ามันไปคล้ายเลยเนาะมันไปถึงเลยก็ได้กันก็อย่างมันเหมือนเนาะ
เอาเป็นเอาคนสั่งเลือกมาได้
เอา
เอา
ว่า
ไป
ตับร้านนี้เนาะลูกเลี้ยงลงน้ำเพื่อเนาะปั๊บเดียวเลยก็จมเหยียงเลยลูกมือ
ก็ยัง
So they're doing whatever it is you do to a sailfish before we barbecue it tonight.
You butcher it.
ป้าทำเองไงเดียว
ไอ้ตรงนั้นเลยฝา
แต่มันนัด
ลอยอันนี้เรา
ว่าหนักว่าคล่องได้นะ
ชักเลือดยุ่งออกมาหรอ
นั่นไม่นั่นเลยให้มันทัก
เฮ้ยไม่ได้ควันต้องไปเอาเลยกันเถอะเหนือยังกันลิ้นๆอย่างมันเสียดาย
อันนี้ทำจีนเลย
ตามสิ่งนั้น
ไอ้นี่บองลูกได้ไหมหลวงหัวนะ
ผมไม่รู้นะ
เหลืออยู่
ไม่ต้องทำเยอะ
So this is the family that we're staying near to on the island. We have been here with them for Maybe 3 weeks. More than 3 weeks. So we've been in quarantine with these, so you don't have to worry about us not social distancing. There's no one else around. So yeah, they're going to cook it on the barbecue tonight.
เออต้องของแรงมันหวานนี่ใช่ไหมเดี๋ยวนั่นเดี๋ยวรักดิย่างเบื่อเนาะ
เรียกว่าเดี๋ยวมาจากมาจุ้ย
ไปทำเองที่ห้องมามา
แต่วันนี้มันเอาคืน
ย่างกี่ละคืน
ยังไม่เห็นมึงวิ่งกันให้ลูกบ้าน
บงช่องลูกได้นะลูกนะ
มึงมันกิน
มาเอามือไปย
มันเก่งว่าเราโบราณ
นี่สวัสดีมาย่อ
แค่ไม้หมอก
ำมาเนี่ยปลานี้วันนี้ตัวโล
วันนั้นน่ะ
Oh, little fish.
Yeah.
ปลาดุง
Wow.
ได้บงเลยนะซึ่งเราไปใส่หัวมันใส่หัวน้องมันเนาะ
แม่มาจังหวะเลย
มันใกล้น้องลูกเนาะก็ทั้งมาเลยกูยังเบ็ดเลยเติบพันนั้นมึงอย่าเยอะไปตา
เบ็ดออก
มึงอย่าบ้า
สั่งเลือกมาได้
เอา
เอา
ไว้
ไป
ตัดทานนี้เนาะลูกเดียวลูกน้ำเพื่อนเนาะปั๊บเดียวเลยก็จมเหยียงเลยลูกมือที่
เนี่ย
อันนี้อะไรนี่
Should that part be eaten? I don't know. Ah, oh.
ส่งตา
ไม่นู้มันหลอทางนู้ไม่หรอ
ต้องตา
เป็
มาน
ส่งตาเด้อตาเดียวส่งตาเดียวไปตานี้
มันเอาไปเอานี่วางนี่มันไม่เดือน
ข้ามันหนาอะไรอยู่
10 กว่าลำวันนี้ได้ชัดทุกลำเลยเด้อรวดเรา
นี่วันนี้
So now the fish is prepared. It's going to get barbecued, and here we are. We're going to have an evening meal of the Sea Gypsies.
So here we have the sailfish that we cooked today, and the lady's cooking it now on the barbecue. Woohoo!
This is our friend Somdek. Somdek, who we went fishing with today. And all of his family. Give us a wave.
Which is your sister? Oh, that's your sister.
Sister.
Oh, many sisters. Oh, 4. Wow.
มันอุ้มน้ำอุ้มน้ำเพิ่มมันเอามาจังที่นู้นมันนี่นะที่ไม่นั่นมันสักตัวเลย
The food is gorgeous. The fish we caught today was like
A
tuna.
little bit like tuna.
Really nice.
ตัวนั้นกันดำ
Looks lovely.
ชนร่วม
There she is. As you can see, it's high tide. Just off to take plastic bottles have collected to the Sea Gypsies again.
I'm just giving the Sea Gypsies all the empty bottles that we find because they use them as float to fish with. For the kids.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Woo. Hello.
Welcome to our little bit of paradise.
Yeah, we're still here on our little beach, and let me show you what the Sea Gypsies have just given us over here. So let me show you what the Sea Gypsies use to catch fish. Here we have one of the typical little fishing baskets. So this is what they use all the plastic bottles for. But basically, yeah, it's a basket made out of just little bamboo branches and twigs from the trees around here. They make all the net themselves. And what you can see here, you see basically this sits below the surface. The fish see this bait here and this stuff hung up here. Obviously they swim in through this gap, but once they get inside they don't always find their way out, so it's as simple as that really. And it has a bit of rope attached to it which has a floating marker on the end so you can find where you've dropped your basket. So let's see how successful we can be with this.
Chris is now going to go and get me some fish. He has to get it quite far out because it has to sink, but it's quite choppy. He's still trying to drag it out. Difficult job going over them waves. Go get my dinner! He's doing a good job there. He's nearly far enough out. Done there, he's got it right under the water. So hopefully we'll have a good catch today. Bamboo Island! Bamboo Island. We were here 4 years ago on these exact shores. Spot where Chris proposed to me. He wrote, "Will you marry me?" with shells and coral in the sand 4 years ago. So we've canoed back and here we are.
Well, we're still not married, but we're still together. In front of us we have Mosquito Island. Every morning we come and clear the beach from plastic. So we did it yesterday morning just to show you how much gets washed up each day. We had a big storm last night, so there's even more plastic washed up again. It's just an endless task. Lots of plastic, polystyrene, tin cans. Not as bad as it has been in the past, but as you can see, there's a few hundred plastic bottles washed up again. It's not just plastic bottles, it's anything plastic. Spoons, for instance. But the main thing's always plastic bottles, polystyrene. So since yesterday, through the night, all this has been washed up. But if I turn around the other way, it's all pretty, look. You'd never know. See, you'd never know there was all this plastic washed up. After a good storm through the night though, it brings us lots of driftwood. So there we have a bit more wood for the next couple of days. Time for our morning ritual, cleaning the plastic off the beach. So 30 minutes later, and this is what's collected off this tiny, tiny little beach. There you go, sir. What do we have? We have polystyrene, we have random drinks bottles, water bottles, pop bottles, drinks cartons. Look at that, look at how many disposable cigarette lighters. They should, not only should they ban cigarettes, but they should certainly ban disposable cigarette lighters. What's wrong with the refillables that you won't throw away? Random plastics, but ponds, skin, what is it, moisturisers, suntan lotions. This is all from people that just chuck it in the sea. Fishing line, fishing net, but polystyrene, rubber, shoes. But and that, like I say, that's just not even 30 minutes. That's probably took me 20 minutes just walking around the beach. So each morning we have a fire, we make our breakfast, we burn the rubbish. That's all we do. It takes 20 minutes of our day. And tomorrow morning it will all be back, just different plastic. So not only is plastic we find washed up on the shores of this little island, today's find, look at this, a very old pistol. Not sure if it'll work, but it's a little bit rusty.